Over the past 8 years, I've done over 2,500 wholesaling real estate deals. That is 2,500 wholesaling deals. That is a lot. I have made a lot of money. I make millions and millions of dollars every single year simply locking properties up under contract and selling them to rich landlords and making a lot of money. You can call this wholesaling, flipping paper, whatever you want to call it. But I have just turned 25 and I've been very blessed to even see 25, right? And I've been kind of thinking over the past 8 years of me wholesaling, right? How I've made in this on the 24th chapter of my life, millions of dollars wholesaling real estate. And what I've seen is it's a simple process. And probably more exciting for you is it is a repeatable process. And it's a process that I've taught more people than anybody else in the wholesaling real estate space on how to actually start doing deals. And what I'm asking you to do is if you can just do 1% of what I can make wholesaling, you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. All I'm asking, just do 1% of what I can make. And so what I want to do today is really give you a guide on how to copy me, how to legitimately steal my entire wholesaling real estate system so you can do well. Now, you don't have to be the guy making millions of dollars every single year, just like me. You can just steal my process, do it all by yourself solo. I have a big team, but you can do it solo and make like, I don't know, 200 grand a year, like what, 12K a month, like 40K a month, whatever it is, right? And just a simple, easy, repeatable process where you're not killing yourself. You're not even working too crazy, like maybe 10, 15 hours a week, and you start getting rich wholesaling real estate. If this sounds like something you want to do, let me teach you exactly how you could start getting rich wholesaling. I've done a lot of deals over the past 8 years, and I'm going to show you exactly everything you need to know to get rich wholesaling real estate. Now, what do the top basketball players, the top singers, the top businessmen you look up to, the top real estate wholesalers, investors, the top bodybuilders, right? What do the most elite people really at everything do? Like what do they all have in common? And something I've studied forever is how did they get to that elite status? What did they do? And what I found out is their process of getting there is not special. And really, what I found about that is you are not special. And I know we live in a world of sunshines and lollipops and rainbows about how you're a special little person and you're so unique and so great and all these things. And that's fine about yourself being unique or a good character or a good type of person. But honestly, you are not special. You are not the special little person that is super unique where you need to invent your own way of wholesaling real estate. And heck, what I'd probably argue is you are so not special that you're kind of just plug and play. Like all you need to do is just copy somebody that's doing well and just steal their whole system, make what they're, and then become special, right? So I'm not a special wholesaler myself. I did not invent really anything my first year or two in this business until I started making millions of dollars. Then I kind of got a little special. I got my own unique flair of wholesaling. I kind of invented all these new things. Me and Rick together, right? Digital bandit signs, reverse drawing for dollars, things like this. But in the beginning, I didn't need to be doing that. All I had to be doing was just what's been working before. And so I look at the greats of all time of all these things, and they got inspired by other great people. And you look at the top bodybuilder, basketball player, football, whatever it is, right? They all are inspired by somebody else because they're on the come up. And then once they get to that point, then they start doing their own unique things, right? If you ever look at, like any singer, right? Most singers are inspired by like Michael Jackson or Tupac or Biggie, right? And then they get inspired, do their own thing, kind of copy that formula, and then they kind of branch out on their own. And what I want you to understand here is you are not special in that. Anybody who's ever been elite, Tom Brady always he looked up to Joe Montana. So he pretty much copied Joe Montana of how to become a good basketball player and then just became way better. Michael Jordan did the same thing. LeBron did the same thing, right? They just did what the great people did, like literally copied it because it's like, wow, they all worked really hard. Well, I'm going to work hard. And now I'm here. Now I can start doing my own thing. And so you will get nowhere in wholesaling real estate. And I think this is where a lot of people really struggle. You will literally get nowhere trying to reinvent this business, trying to develop your own style of wholesaling, starting out as a beginner. You need to legit eat mud and just get to $100,000 wholesaling. And then from there, you could start doing your own stupid thing. But what I can tell you right now is you need to not create a script, not try to think of what a seller wants, even though you've never done a wholesaling deal. You need just to copy somebody's system, build upon that, and get rich doing that. What I see a lot of people do is they see a guy, it says, oh, you got to do 100 cold calls to get a deal. And then they'll do 90 and say, this wholesaling business doesn't work. Well, if 1,000 people on average have to do 1,000 cold calls, you do, okay, let's call it 1,000 cold calls. You do 100 and then you cry that you didn't get a deal. It's not you. It's because you're just not plugging in the process and the formula that has gotten anyone successful. Pablo Picasso has this quote, and this is a quote I think you need to drill in your head. But good artists borrow, great artists steal. And I think you need to start stealing people's processes. And I'm not saying that like in a theft way or a predatory way or an illegal way, but really start thinking about this like really in your mind. Start stealing successful people and just start doing all of their stuff. And eventually, if you do things that other people do, like I tell everyone, if you want to become an elite basketball player, I already have the secret. Do what Kobe Bryant did. Okay, I think everyone wants to be like Kobe, right? Everyone in high school is like, Kobe, right? Well, what did Kobe Bryant do? So everyone wants to be like Kobe, but they don't want to do what Kobe did. And that's the key difference between wanting to be like Kobe. When everyone's playing basketball, they want to be like Kobe, but they don't want to do 10,000 fadeaway shots every single month like Kobe, right? And so Kobe Bryant worked out 6 hours a day, 6 days a week for 6 months straight. Really think about that for a second. Are you willing to do that? Most people for basketball are not willing to do that. That is crazy. Kobe Bryant would like dribble in his sleep. You're most likely not willing to do that. And Kobe Bryant knew that. So he knew you weren't willing to do it, but he was like, you know what? He is so confident you're not going to do it. He's going to tell you everything he did to become successful. Because he knows 1% in a million, like a LeBron James type guy, is actually willing to do that and, gifted athletically. And so what I tell you is you don't have to be like that, but just stop trying to invent everything, right? Like I've said, Steve Jobs didn't invent the smartphone. He merely marketed it the right way and mastered it. Elon Musk didn't invent electric cars. He saw it, copied what people did, and then built upon that. Heck, Elon Musk didn't even invent the company Tesla. Not a lot of people know that. Bill Gates didn't invent software. He actually bought software. He bought a software company for $50,000 and then just sold that. He like basically wholesaled it and then created software. So the most important men in business that I look up to, right? They didn't really invent anything. They kind of took an industry already, copied the top people, and then mastered it after that. And that's exactly what I've done in wholesaling. I never invented wholesaling. I basically learned from somebody, Rick, copied his entire system, and then built upon that what I like doing and what I did. And so if it takes 5 hours to do something to let's say get 100 leads and you do 4 and you cry about it, it's not you that's the problem, or it's nothing. It's you just didn't do what everyone's willing to. It's a plug and play system. That is what it is. To be a master stonemason, it is not luck. You just have to do what just find a master stonemason and say, hey, how did you become a master stonemason? They say, well, you do this, this, and this. So let me copy you. Then boom, you're just like them. It drives me crazy. It's like, how do you become a good barber? Do you invent a new style of barbering? No, you find the best barbers in the world. You basically copy their system, steal it, and then make it your own. How do the best chefs in the world become the best chefs? They don't do it by just, I think this is how you cook fish. No, they find the best sushi chefs in the world, learn under them, copy them, and then create it by themselves. And so you You need to go out here, learn from somebody, specifically me. That's what I'm saying. So what I am begging you to do is repeat my actions, get my results. So if you want to make millions of dollars like me when I was 24 years old, which is 25 now, right? If you want to get my results, repeat my actions. And what I'm going to do is give you a step-by-step action guide today on how to do this. So I am begging you, please just copy me. That's what I'm telling you today. Copy my systems, copy what I'm doing, do these 5 specific things on how you can start implementing a system of making deals that I actually did in my own business. Now, this is not a system for the faint of heart. This is not a system that I think everyone should do. This is not a system that makes everyone happy and giggly and giddy. But this is a system that will get you rich wholesaling real estate. So let's break this all down. Number one, the number one thing you should write down here, and the number one thing I think we could start getting into this and start making money, is what I call prioritize. When you're getting into wholesaling real estate, the number one key factor, if you are going to become successful or not, everyone thinks action, it's calls, I think prioritizing and shifting this in your mind is probably going to be the first thing that is actually going to yield you results. And what do I mean by this? I think number one, we need to start removing distractions. More specifically, removing everything in our mind, removing everything possible in this business that is going to distract us. Now, I'm going to get a lot of flack for what I'm about to say, but I don't care. I specifically want you to copy me. And everybody wants to get rich like me. Everybody wants to make millions of dollars every single year. Every single person wants to do thousands of deals a year just like me. Well, let me tell you. What I'm going to tell you to do to copy me is, I would say 90% removing of your distractions. Now, what are most distractions in your life? If you're younger, under 55, I don't know. I would say remove the social media, 90%. Okay, I'm doing a 90% reduction, not 100%. I'm not telling you 100%, but I think for everybody who's actually serious about making a commitment, a 90% reduction in the social media you consume, 90% reduction on the TV you watch, 90% reduction on the TV shows you watch, 90% reduction on your video games. And what people are going to be yelling at me is 90% reduction on the amount of time you spend with your friends. And I'm not saying about this in a bad way, but what I'm saying about this is, how serious are you for your goals? Because the two things that are going to be the number one and two resources for your goals is going to be the money you put into wholesaling and the time you put in. And money really doesn't mean much starting out. It is the time you put into wholesaling real estate. And the problem is, hanging out with your friends 7 hours in a club on a Friday night is not going to be super productive towards your goals. And specifically, this is being to prioritize your goals, to prioritize getting in this business, actually making it a priority, getting rich wholesaling real estate. And so I hate to tell you, but like, time is a valuable resource. And if you are married and you have kids, right, I don't think you should reduce 90% of your time with them, but like, look at the other things you distract yourself with. The number one thing I say, guys, go on your phone, right? Like, go to your dang phone and look up your screen time. Look up how much time you actually go out here and spend wholesaling real estate. You're going to find that you spend way too much time on your phone, way too much time on Instagram, way too much time on TikTok, right? I was actually, at one of my events, I was talking to a guy and he was telling me, like, Zach, you always say don't go on TikTok and like don't spend time on TikTok, but you have a TikTok and you have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, and you tell people don't be scrolling on Instagram all day. And I said this quote, and it's probably not a good quote, but I said, don't get high on your own supply. And I always say I deal in it, but I don't consume. And what I mean by this is, social media is a very toxic thing. And what I'll tell you is, I don't go and scroll for hours a day on social media. What I do is I'll create the social media. And what I do is try to create it so when you're in it, somebody in the matrix, right, is in the matrix for you. I'm in the social media saying, hey, wake up, blue pill, red pill, Get out of here. Start making money wholesaling real estate. Now you're back on here. Okay, there we go, right? And I'm trying to get you out of the TikTok, out of the Instagram, out of the matrix, all of these things. So you see me on social media like, hey, you want to make 7 grand in 30 days? This is how you do it. And I'm just saying that to get you off your bum doom scrolling and be like, oh, you see the girls in the bikinis and you see the money and the Lambos. And guys, wake up. Guys, you could be scrolling, look at that, everything you want to do, right? Until you actually manifest it and actually take life by the horns and actually do it yourself. You want to go out here and buy a Lamborghini? Go out here and get stupid rich, then buy the Lamborghini. Don't watch videos on the Lamborghini. Actually go out here and do it. That is the point of life. That is the point of why you're doing what you're doing. You're doing this because you actually want to get rich. You are sick and tired of watching other people on social media flaunting the lifestyle, flaunting the cool things and do it. Guys, I literally manifested this out of nothing. And the thing is, you can do the same exact thing, copying what I'm doing. But what I'm telling you is not what your friends are going to want you to do. What I'm telling you is not what your mom's going to want you to do. What I'm telling you to do is what a very few select men and women are willing to do to get rich. And you want to find the self-made men and women who are my age, 25. They all sacrificed. They all did this. They all had some sort of year where all they did was grind out. That is what they did because they were willing to sacrifice it all to get everything. And I'm not, guys, you clubbing on a Friday night is not too much of a sacrifice to stop doing that. Now, the only things that have priority, old family members, sick family members, that has an exception, I guess. But what I can tell you is just learn to say no. What I'm begging everybody watching this is learn to say no. And I think that's probably one of the hardest things to do. Hey, guys, I cannot go club this tonight, right? And when I was in my younger years starting out wholesaling, like 6, 7 years ago, right? Like my buddies would go out and hang out, party. And what I found out was once a month, I'd go out with them. It's not bad, right? Like I'd go out 2 or 3 hours. I'd always leave early and I always got some, Zach's leaving early. But when I pull up in my dream car and when I pull up, and I'm able to hang out with them and go to them and I get the nicest hotels and the nicest things. And when my friends come visit me now, because they're out in college and they come to my house and they're like, oh my, whoa, they kind of get it. And that's the thing I want you to understand, right? Because right now, your friends, you're probably in the same financial situation as them. That's okay. And they're not going to get you saying no or spending less time with them they look at it as a bad thing. But 5, 6, 7 years later, when they go see your crib, your whip, all these things and where you travel to and all these things, they all start like, oh, they all do this. And all of my friends have done this. They're like, oh, I get it. Like, I get why he was doing what he was doing. And I'm telling you, being a multimillionaire at 25 years old is infinitely better than being a multimillionaire when you're 75, 80. One thing I'll tell you is I was in Paris and wholesalers be in Paris. And I was in Paris wholesaling. I was at a cafe looking at probably another $40,000, $50,000 check. And I'm not saying this to be arrogant. And I'm walking around Paris, probably the best pastries in my life. Right? I'm not even saying this to brag, but I'm literally watching Americans that are 75, 80, who I'm hearing them on, like I'm literally hearing them like right next to me. And like, wow, I've never been outside the US. I'm seeing this on planes and things. And they live, and I talk to these people. They live their whole life to retire by 70. And then they go to Paris because that's their dream. They've worked for this for 50 years. And now their back hurts. They can't walk the streets. They can't walk around the Eiffel Tower. They got to be in wheelchairs and like everything hurts and they can only walk for an hour or two and they can't do anything they actually want to do. And it breaks my, like, it hurts me to see this, that people think that is what we're working towards, right? I'll go to Paris when I'm 68 and 70 years old, right? And it's sad to me. And the thing is, you don't want to be rich, finally making it retired at 70 because you want to be with the grandkids. You're tired. Right? Like you want to go to bed at 4. You can't do the awesome nightlife. You can't do the fun stuff you want to do. And so I want everyone to say, screw that. Like that's not what we're doing it for. We're doing it to get rich now. Guys, everyone thinks that you have time now. Everybody thinks that, oh man, I'm 16, man. I got all the time. I want you to really understand this. You do not have time. your time it's almost up. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but like once you go out here and start having a girlfriend, boyfriend, you start having kids, like it's a lot harder to make those big, massive risks. It's hard to go out here and put your all into wholesaling when you're 40 years old with 2 jobs. It gets a lot harder. And the thing is, if you look at every massively successful entrepreneur, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, like all these type of people, Jeff Bezos doesn't really count. But like you look at all these people, they all went all in when they're 18, 19, 20 years old. They literally burned the bridges, right? Look at Zuckerberg. Like they all went all in when they were super young because that was the time to do it. They couldn't do it when they were 40, right? Like you can't. And so you don't have any more time. If you're 16, you only have 3 or 4 more years until it's over. And some of you live with your parents and like there's only a certain amount of time until they kick you out and say, hey, you got to get a job. You do not have any more time. You have to do this now, guys. I cannot tell you, you cannot put your family's financial future in jeopardy. Heck, if you're out here saying, oh, I'm going to get rich and I'm going to retire by 60, 70, guys, how old are your parents going to be when you're 7 years old? They're probably going to be dead. And I hate to say that in a mean way, but they will. You cannot go out here and spoil your parents when they're 90 years old. They don't care about that stuff. They only care about time with you. So if you want to be that type of person, retire your mom, retire your dad, buy them nice things, go out to trips and do all these cool things and actually start like guys, you do it for your family to actually start taking care of your family. You don't want to be taking care of your family when they're 80. You want to take care of your family now. You have to start now. You do not have any other options. And so what I can tell you is the more time you put into working hours to actually start making you money, hours to start producing you income, wholesaling real estate, the better chance of success. Guys, everybody, and I'm telling you, everybody wants to get rich wholesaling real estate. They all want to make money. They all want to, and no, I want to become successful. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you want to become successful. The best chance of you getting success is by you just putting more inputs in the system. The more calls, the more texts you make, the more offers you make, that actually makes the results. That actually makes you rich. That actually gets you the money wholesaling. The more leads you get always will come from the more hours you put into wholesaling. So the more time you put in working, the more money you make. So what's the time you should be putting? Guys, put your time into the marketing, the follow-ups, the appointments. That is our pinnacle. That is our zenith. That is our point that we need to focus towards. Marketing, follow-ups and appointments and giving offers. That should be our priority over everything else wholesaling right now. We should not be focusing on other things. And talk about prioritizing, right? Find your top 3 lists and just prioritize that. That is what I'm telling everybody who wants to copy me today, right now. Find your top 3 lists and prioritize it. I don't care if it's a code violation, pre-foreclosure, a probate, whatever, just choose 3. Prioritize it. Cut the rest, cut the fluff. Too much distraction is going to hurt you. Guys, you have to be focusing right now on just 3. That's what I'm telling you. Number 2 here, speed. Guys, we have to do wholesaling fast. Like I said, we do not have time. We need to get rich quick. We need to get rich now. We do not have time to be dilly-dallying. We do not have time to be sitting around crying about wholesaling. So, I'll do it next year. I'll do it. No, you have to do it now. This is the time. We cannot be going out here and crying about, oh man, I'm 40 years old. I can't. You have to take the risks now. You have to get rich. You do not have any more time. And what I'm telling you is everything you do, you have to do it ferociously. You have to do it with urgency. You have to do it with speed, guys. There are other wholesalers, right? If you're 19 years old watching, there's another 19-year-old in Macon, Georgia, trying to take everything from you. Guys, you have to know this. Even today, okay, even when I'm wholesaling today, I know my team is going against other 18, 19-year-olds that need to get a deal. They need to get out of their mom's basement. And these are the people I'm fighting. They are hungry. They are starving to get rich. And I have to go against these type of people. But guess what? Oh, I'm hungry too. I'm hungry to keep making money. I'm hungry, and I'm always getting employees that are even just as hungry as me. And you got to remember that you have to go out here and you have to fight every single day to get a deal. You have to fight for your family. You have to fight for your freedom. You have to fight for everything. This is the Coliseum, baby. And it's all about collaboration. You could say that all day. And yes, I make more money collaborating than not collaborating. But when you're starting out, you're wholesaling off market in your business, Zach, you're wholesaling on market, you are fighting tooth and nail every single day. This is what you're doing. And what I want you to know is you have to fight ferociously for your success. This is not something where we're going to try. This is one of the biggest pet peeves I have in wholesaling. Oh man, I'm going to try to get a deal. I'm going to try to get successful. You are not going to try. You are going to do, not try, do. And if you're the type of person that says, oh, I want to get rich. No, I need to get rich. I know that sounds stupid, but how human programming works is when you think you are going to do it, it usually gets done. Men and women that put their mind to things usually get them done. Now, I'm going to jump 50 feet in the air. Okay, like that's ridiculous. But like if we do something that seems beyond our comprehension or beyond something we can do, and it's not against the laws of physics, we can usually do it. Guy, I want to make, like I always tell people, like, hey, like I want to make hundreds of millions of dollars overall wholesaling, like over my lifetime. Has there been a man or woman that's made hundreds of millions? There's men and women who make billions in real estate. So I know for a fact that is not a fairy tale dream for me. That is not a fairy tale dream for me. And so it can be achieved because somebody else has done it. If another man has done it, I know I can do it. And so you have to look at me and say, I know Zach has done it. I can do it too. You have to understand this. In your mind, if someone else has done it, you can do it. There's nothing stopping you from doing if another man has done it. I want to understand this, okay? Do not think you can't, you don't deserve it, right? And I love seeing complainers. I love seeing people crying. Oh man, you don't get it, man. I live in Memphis. It's a tough area. I live in the hood. I get people like that all day, and you can cancel me, say whatever you want, guys. I don't care how rough you got in the United States. There's somebody who lives outside the United States that has it way worse with the internet connection, making way more money than you. And what I always do is somebody who always complains to me, I always share a story of somebody, and heck, I had a guy in Nairobi in Kenya making 6 figures wholesaling. And Kenya's actually like, there's some really cool parts of Kenya, like actually really nice, but still, you're in the United States, you live in a better part. So anybody who wants to complain to me, I can find you somebody in another part of the world having it way worse, making way more money than you. So stop yapping. Now, I might not be in a situation you're at, but I could tell you I know somebody in a worse situation learning from me, copying my system that got rich wholesaling. So that's it. Number 3 here, we have to learn the art of deletion, the art of canceling things out, the art of deleting, the art of getting rid of what is bad and only keeping what is good. Remember, we must delete. We must remove things from our system, our brain. We are taught vile, terrible things growing up and thinking and all these thoughts. And one of the things I think we learn when we're young is, number 1, we have to get a job, all these stupid things. But number 1, we have to start removing our excuses. And I hate to tell you, but like just anything that doesn't serve you has to get rid of it. You have to get rid of it. And what I mean by this is remove your excuses. Like, hey, I can't do this. No. Has another man or woman done this? Then you can do it. All right. Are there billionaire women in real estate? Yes, there are. Are they women who have made 100 million in real estate? Yes. So what's stopping you if you're a woman looking at this whole thing, right? And guys, just these bad beliefs, oh, I can't do it. If someone has done it, you can do the same exact thing. Delete anything that's negative. And one, if I can just do a blanket statement on this, it's like, if this doesn't serve you, throw it away. And what I mean by that is, oh man, I don't know if I can wholesale. Does saying that in my mind, saying that you are what you think, but the cool part is you can change your thoughts. Saying that I don't think I can do it, does that serve me? Does that serve my goal of wholesaling, of making 100 grand or 300 grand, whatever? Does that serve my goal, or does it throw away my goal? Really think about, like, does the type of thinking I'm doing serving me? No, get rid of it. Are these things that I have serving me? So if you're the type of person that is addicted to their social media, sometimes you just got to get rid of it. I'm not telling for you to get rid of everything. I'm just saying, like, some people don't serve you. Does this process of wholesaling serve you? Most of it not. Most of it's kind of stupid. Just saying. Okay. Telling you. No. Number 4, analyze. It's really important once we start doing the work, once we start getting in the trenches, once we start battling out, once we start fighting tooth and nail for our success, it's really important to look back and analyze what we're doing. And it's interesting. We can run head forward, and sometimes we just don't know where we're going. And sometimes we're going the wrong way, and we're about to go off a cliff. And so I tell you, once we start going in this business, once we start implementing this, right, we have to start tracking our numbers. And another way we call this are called KPIs. And KPIs are short for key performance indicators. Now, key performance indicators basically stands for just going out here and tracking our indicators for success. And so, hey, how many calls are you making? How many texts are you doing, right? How many offers are you making, right? These are the key important things that we need to start doing. And you just got to make sure that the plans you're making are being met. Like, hey, I'm going to do 50 calls today. Well, how many calls you've made this week? And if you've made 300 and it had to be 350, you know you're behind and you need to make it up. Because you have to be stupid accountable for yourself. You have to be stupid accountable for getting rich, becoming successful, and doing well. And what I'm telling everybody is just make your plan and then meet that plan. Also, another thing, you can ask me. Guys, I do live streams all the stinking time. And for no cost, I'll talk to you and do my best to help you. Heck, you can go on my videos and just go in my comments, and there's a army of hundreds of thousands, heck, millions of people learning from me who will give you some advice too. Guys, I have a complete community, a massive Discord. It's called Zach Discord, by the way, that will you have an army of thousands of people who want to help you and collaborate with you. And it costs no money at all. You can just learn with them and help, right? And this kind of brings me to number 5 here, which is strategize. Guys, find a team, find a crew, and get outside opinions too. It's nice to get other opinions. Now, you don't have to take everyone's opinion to heart, but like if you go to zachdiscord.com, you could probably give your business plan or your plan of wholesaling out to 6 other people in that Discord. And these are multiple people who are doing hundreds of thousands every single month and 100,000 a year. And heck, some guys have done no deals or 5 or 6 deals. And if you're a complete beginner, they're going to be like, hey, that's a good plan, but I'd probably do this. And maybe I'll go in because I'm on the Discord all the time. It's my thing, right? And I'm like, hey, maybe you should do this instead. And oh, wow, that's a good question you have there. Hey, you might have a question like, hey, how do I pull a code violation? Oh, wow, well, here's a video Zach has of doing that, right? And it's so cool having that community and that team, because I think a lot of us go at it alone. And when we go at wholesaling alone, it's really painful. And the one thing that I was blessed with, and I think one advantage I had while I was successful really young, was I wasn't going at wholesaling alone. I wasn't doing it by myself, right? I had Rick there and he was there. Like he wasn't like, holding my hand the whole time. But like if I had a question, he was there. And that was a big advantage I had. And that's a big reason why I created this YouTube channel, why I created the Discord, why I created my free wholesaling course, ferocity.com, because I don't think you should be at wholesaling alone. And one cool thing in the Discord is I feel like I'm promoting, like, oh, it's $40 a month. Like it's free. You can go in the lounge. And probably right now, as we're speaking, there's probably 5 or 6 wholesalers in the lounge at zachdiscord.com that are just chopping it up, right? Like at, I think 11 p.m. Like last week, I was in the lounge. I was just brushing my teeth. I was talking to some guys while I brushing my teeth. And it was just funny because, like I said, collectively, out of the 9 people here, how many contracts do you guys have? And they said, oh, collectively, we all have 12 properties under contract. And they're all collaborating with what they should do. And it's so cool that you had to spend 15, 20 grand to do this. Now you can do it absolutely for free now. And so I'm telling you, just do not get into this business alone. You can talk to me for free. You can talk to other millionaires and people getting rich and successful wholesaling that were probably in the same exact position as you, but they did it differently. Because right? If you were a single mom getting into wholesaling, it might be harder to relate to my message if you're a 19-year-old kid who used to be a bag boy, just like me, trying to get in this business, right? It's just a different situation. And what we can do is somebody who has the same exact background or area as you, they're probably in that Discord and they probably got rich and successful and they want to collaborate and do deals together. And so you can join a community like that for free. And most importantly, is just ask Zach. Go in my comments, talk to me, ask me. I'm kind of a busy guy and I have a lot of followers, but if you keep asking me questions and you actually actively talk to me and join the community and subscribe to my channel and like my videos and always talk to me and compliment and always like share like, hey, I'm doing this, I will take time and find you, right? And so what I'm telling you is you can also probably get to me all the time and just ask me questions. And the thing is, you are like the people you hang around, and that's why I'm the rake, that's why I'm a baller. But like you can get around in circles of other successful people. And the other reason is if you're in a small town in, I don't know, Oregon, right? And you're just with a crew that's not making any money and they don't want to be an entrepreneur, or like you're in a small town upstate Ohio, it's like no one in my city town that I grew up with want to start a business. It's like it's hard to be and talk to like-minded people like this. This is why I made the Discord. This is why I made a community. This is why I made this YouTube channel, so you're not alone. And I get people that come up to me that have made money, became successful wholesaling, that they talk to me and they're like, Zach, like it's like you're a family member. It's like you were always in my room at night talking to me, motivating me when I felt like no one wanted me and supporting me in the corner. It's like, yeah, like I'm part of your story too. And maybe we've never met in person. Hopefully soon, if we do deals, you can meet me in person for free. Yeah, that's right. That's another thing I let people do. But like, you're not alone. I want you to understand this. Even if you never met me or talked to me, like if you're in my community, you are a part of me and I'm a part of you and we're together, right? You are not alone in this situation. And I think one part of wholesaling, I think a lot of people think is like you have it by yourself and everyone's stacked against you. And it's not like that. There's so many people looking for you to succeed. And all you have to do is just be with other successful people. Follow the formula and get rich. Guys, you're going to find people in that Discord. You're going to find people in the comments. You're going to find other successful people in wholesaling. And most of them did learn from me, or they got started or got their first deal from me. And they all kind of did the same plug and play system. They made a plan, they executed, they didn't have excuses, and they got rich and successful. It just happens time and time and time again. Guys, comment on the streams, like the videos, subscribe, be a part of the free community, stay on the free wholesaling course, and just don't do it alone. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes people have. They get alone, they get discouraged, and human beings are social creatures. Even if you're an introverted type guy, like just have your face as the profile picture and just get to work. That is it. So guys, if you want to learn how to do it and learn wholesaling real estate for free, join the Discord. It's called zachdiscord.com. But also make sure you go out here and go to my free real estate wholesaling course. It is called freewholesaling.com. And that is literally where I teach wholesaling for free. And then the community is zachdiscord.com, where I'll teach you exactly step by step how you can be in the community, learn how to wholesale contracts. Everything there is in freewholesaling.com, and on the Discord, zachdiscord.com. But really, that's my process. So you can copy me, so you can get rich and successful wholesaling real estate. So guys, really appreciate it. What I want to do is, this is kind of the talking part of my live stream. What I want to do now is answer your questions, because everyone says Zach's always not live. It's recorded. It's fake. I always think those are really funny. But no, Zach's actually live, right? He's not faking it live. So let me get some water and let me answer some questions y'all have about wholesaling real estate. So, Guru's got me here. Whoa, what was that? Bro, what in the world is that? Are we back? Okay, we're back. All right, cool. Let me answer some questions. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, I'm going to have a one-on-one link too. And we'll be good to go. So let's go here. All right, now I'm actually in the XLead Studios, XLead's office. We actually got my studio set up finally. Kill myself today getting that done, but we got it done today. And then the Flip of the Brick studio, the TVs and everything you guys love, we'll be back for Tuesday. So that's pretty dang exciting. So the studio is back. And so it's going to be pretty crazy. We got a massive day Tuesday. So a lot of crazy stuff's happening. So we're going to be talking about how whatever happens on Tuesday night, how both candidates are actually going to affect the way we wholesale. And that's not a bad thing. We have to we have to pivot whoever gets president. I don't think one president's going to make wholesaling better or worse. But we'll talk about it, and we'll just see where it's going. So let's get it going. So Lucas says, where the in and out. The in and out hat is right here. So it's not gone. Don't worry. And I gotta get a new one. We're actually having our next event in LA, Los Angeles, by the way. So I'm going to California for the first time in my life. I went to California, Baja Sur, California, or South. I went to California, the Mexican California. I haven't been the American California, so I'm gonna go there. So I'm actually gonna have a California in and out. So I had a Texas in and out. That thing was absolute dookie, and I had a Texas Whataburger, and that thing was gas, man. That thing was amazing. So yeah. So let's get into it and let's share exactly what I can do to help you guys out. So let's go here. Remember, guys, ferocity.com. You'll learn how to wholesale real estate for free. And we're going to go. Me and Luca are coming for that one. We're going to be cutting it up. Love to see it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, let's break this all down. So just give me a JV deal, and then you can hop on and join there. So, yeah. Keep it up. Xavier, not quitting. Love Xavier. I think he's a barber. I think he cuts hair. So I think I used his example. I didn't even mean to use him, but awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for the Discord. It's a game changer. Appreciate it. Let me get the Discord link for y'all too. Remember, it is zachdiscord.com. And there's also a little JV marketplace in there too. Yeah. So Brandon says, what's your favorite way to get leads? By far, my favorite way to get leads right now is just from the government data. Reverse trying for dollars. Heck, I even said that. I was on somebody's Discord, big Discord, like 9,000 people in there, and they're all paying for the Discord. But I told the guy, I was like, you need to make me record it because like I don't spit bars on how to wholesale, and it's behind a paywall, right? And he's like, okay, fine. And I was in a Discord of 9,000 people, and this guy was cool, right? We're gonna drop the recording. I'm not revealing everything yet, but like none of them knew what reverse trying for dollars was. None of them knew about probates. None of them knew about all these different strategies. And it just like, it blew my mind. These people didn't know about this stuff. I'm like, there's so much to wholesaling. It's just crazy to me. Just crazy. So it's just so funny. But yeah, it's insane to me. But yeah, just teaching people. That's my best way. Also, we have a massive announcement for X-Leads. X-Leads version 2 is going to be coming out this month, probably at the end of the month. But version 2 X-Leads coming out, and I'm telling you guys, it is insane. So before you look at any other software for November, just wait for the version 2, and you're gonna blow your mind. Let's see here. So high equity vacant's a good list. I would be a little concerned if that's your only list you're doing. There's some other ones I'd probably be doing, but yeah. Awesome, awesome. So if you want to find a vacant leads, I think drawing for dollars probably be your best way. Let's see here. So Joy, I would wait for the version 2 of X-Leads to come out. By far, X-Leads, like it blows them all out of the water after version 2. Right now, I think they're pretty neck and neck. I think X-Leads has an advantage, but after version 2, it's not even fair, my man. You know what? I like this advice. This is why it's important to just talk to other people, right? But Rich Girl Era, which I like the name. I don't know why. Sick name. If you're a beginner, just pick one list and master it. It can get confusing with all these different government lists. Start with one. That is completely perfect, amazing, great advice. I say 3. I said that in the video today, but honestly, that is great advice. I don't even have any issue with that. I think that is Zach approved, right? There's so many ways to get rich, so many ways to make money, right? The guy that was hosting that Discord conversation, he was making hundreds of thousands every single month doing creative and on-market wholesaling. And it's just crazy. It's like, dude, you don't even know. It's like teaching people. Like, it's crazy. It's like when I teach people how to wholesale. It's like they don't even know. It's like teaching a realtor what wholesaling is. I'm teaching these people like, hey, this off-market thing, you make way more money. Like, you can make 50 grand on a deal. And they're like, Zach, what's your biggest deal you've done? I said, 120,000. They're like, You made 120,000 on a wholesaling deal? I said, yeah, it's off market, baby. That's what it's all about. Just funny. Let's see here. You know what? Brendan's got a great, I love what he said. He said, real estate is basically a hedge on life. And one thing I will tell you, Brendan, is like really think about it. And what I want people to really think about here is like, okay, you're 45, you're 50 years old, you're 18, right? Like wherever you are. If you have no money, like let's say you have no money at all, like no cash at all, right? And you want to get rich, you're sick of your job, you want to make a change, right? What could you do to like make a massive change in your life and actually become successful, right? Like what can you do? And really like the number one thing is like how do you make a lot of money really quick? Well, there's two things you can do. And I've always said this, and people think I'm joking, but like it's true. Two legal ways to get a lot of money wholesale, a lot of money, like just when you got no cash. Number one, you can shake your butt on the internet and hopefully people pay you. I don't got the gift of that. I don't know why. So I can't do that. Number two, I can't sing or I can't play basketball very well. I actually played pickup basketball in college, and the guys that were trying to be walk-ons on the UF basketball team started playing with us, and then they started dunking, and then I said, wow, I'm really not cut out for this NBA stuff. And so I couldn't do that. And so if I can't sing or rap, I can't play basketball, I can't shake my butt on the internet, how am I a semi-handsome man that can't play basketball? Well, how can I make money? Right. And I figured out the only way I could really do it is getting rich wholesaling. Like really feel like, okay, all jokes aside, if you want to go out here, like you really want to go out here and get rich, okay, and you can't do it like the stupid stuff, right? What are you really going to do as a entrepreneur businessman, right? Are you going to do a Shopify drop shipping store where you got to drop $4 or $5 grand in marketing? Nope, can't do that. Okay. Am I going to be some bodybuilder influencer? Well, I'm not going to take steroids, so I guess I can't do that, and I'm not that big. Dang it. Okay. Can I do an Amazon FBA store? Well, all the Amazon stores are shut down. Shout out to these wholesaling gurus that they couldn't make any money coaching, so they started selling you $50,000 Amazon stores. They took your 50 grand. Then a month later, the store just shut down by Amazon because it's technically illegal what they sold you. And now you're out 50 grand. Crazy. Dang it. Okay. Well, can I do day trading? Oh, wow. I have to drop $2 grand on that. And then all the courses are $2 grand. Great. What should I do? Like I can do a car wash. Like, I mean, you do a car washing business, I guess, but like you're gonna have to get supplies. Like if you have legit no money, like what do you do? And the only answer that ever comes to my mind is just wholesaling. Like you do the SMMA, like SMMA. It's like MMA with SMMA. You can do that, but like, how well do you know it? And are you willing to do 50,000 DMs to get some? It's kind of hard. That ship kind of sailed. So it's like, what can you do to get really rich? And the coolest thing is like, there's still this one thing out here, and correct me if I'm wrong, tell me chat, but like, am I wrong? Like, what else can you do to produce 40 grand in a month without any money? Like, what can you do? And the crazy thing is wholesaling real estate, if you're 18 years old and you want to like, you legit want to just make 40 grand in a month, like wholesaling is the only thing. It really is. That's legal. Okay. There's a couple of legal ways we could talk, but legally, that's pretty much it. And so people wonder why I'm so passionate about wholesaling, why I talk about it so much. It's like, we're talking about your life. We're talking about retiring your mom. Like we're talking about really important things right now. Like we're not talking about stupid stuff that means nothing. We're actually talking about things that actually make a big deal in your life and actually makes a big change. And that's why I'm so passionate about pretty much everything I do. And like, for example, like I love wholesaling so much. And when these software companies started not innovating and some of the skip tracing got really, really bad, even though some of them were free and like the quality was really, really bad, I started saying, well, I need to develop my own software. Like we got to develop our own type of software company and actually make it like as good as possible and just start making it cheaper and better than everybody else and not paying an affiliate so I can make the cheapest. And that's why we made X Leads, right? And I started telling myself like, hey, I need to make a course about wholesaling, but I'm not going to charge, but like I need to put the same quality as a $10,000 course out there. I did that. Like, okay. And then I see all these guys doing $50 and I'm not actually no shade to that individual. I'm not saying his name because I think it'll confuse people. When I release the video, I'll tell you because he has the same name as Rick Ginn. So I think it'd be confusing saying that, right? I don't want people get confused right now. But like his Discord's I think $20 a month, and I'll tell you this, it's worth $20 a month by far. Like that guy can take my money. That's a great community he's got there. $20 is like I get my house out to them. I'm like $20 a month. Like, you're not charging 15 grand. Shout out to you. But like that guy like charged $20 a month, and what I think I'm doing mine for free. And the thing about it, it's like $20 is actually a good deal there, but like really think about this for a second. Like I put my all in the Discord because I feel like everyone needs that community. I put my all in the course. I put all in the software company. I put all in the video as I do. I put my all into everything because that is the same mindset you need to get into wholesaling. You have to put your all into this. And this business is the only one really where you have no money, you can start getting rich quick, fast, and easy and simple. So that's it. Like there's nothing else to be doing right now except for this. And there's nothing else to be talking about, frankly. Who cares about the Cowboys score? Who cares about the Dolphins? And maybe because the Dolphins suck. But like there's nothing else we should be prioritizing right now except for getting rich quick. And if you're a young man or woman right now, like this is what you have to do. You do not want to have regrets. You do not want to be regretting what you're doing right now. You need to, when you die, when it comes your time, you want to say, I did everything I wanted to do and I achieved everything I did. And I have no regrets on what I did. So yes, Cowboys, you guys cry about, why are you so bad about the Cowboys? The Dolphins suck. The Gators suck. It's not fun right now, okay, to be in sports, but it gives me more time to make good videos, I guess. So whatever. Making videos is actually a hobby. Like this channel's a hobby, by the way. Like I think it's fun, but crazy. This is a cool comment. Drumplay said, I gave away my PS5 to hold. I don't think you should sell your PS5. I said 90%, my guy. Okay, so not trying to get story time here, right? But like I reduced everything by 90%. I never said I gave everything out. All right. I didn't say I gave my whole life up for wholesaling. Okay. I would still play video games. But I reduced most of it by 90%. Okay. That's pretty much it. 90%. All right. Like that's it. Okay. Like I would go from pretty much quitting most TV shows I watched, everything to I watched, I think, one episode of The Sopranos when I was like 19, 20. I was like, okay, I gotta watch one episode of Sopranos on Saturday because I love The Sopranos. A lot of similarities in wholesaling, but what I do is legal. And then I was like, okay, then I watched the Gators football game, and then I watched the Dolphins game, and that's pretty much all the TV watching I do. And that's pretty much all I did. And then that was it. Like starting out wholesaling, that was it. And I reduced pretty much everything. I don't think a lot of people know this. I deleted my Instagram, I think when I was 18. I deleted my Facebook when I was 18, 19. I deleted all my social medias except for Snapchat. Okay. Like that was pretty much it. I had like 15 friends on Snapchat, right? Like I deleted most of it and then I reinstalled it when I was like, whenever I started my Instagram on like my Flip with Zach account, right? Whenever I started that was probably 2 years ago. I made that Instagram, maybe 3, but like that was pretty much it. Okay. Like I deleted most of my distractions. And that was where Instagram had, that's how old I am. Instagram didn't have videos really back then. So that's how old I was. It was less distracting when there was like it was less distracting when there's photos. Now there's videos. It's crazy, guys. I tell you, these cute cat videos, man, they get me every time. Pesto the penguin gets me every time. So you gotta, Sam doesn't know what's up. Yeah, I keep Snapchat. Oh Lord. I was in college. What are you gonna do? But X leads. I'm telling you, version 2 is coming out. We're pretty excited. But oh Lord. Find me a wholesaler that's going to talk about the truth of why you got to keep Snapchat. Oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah. 90% though. 90% reduction in the distractions, but there's good distractions. That's these comments are too good. But yeah, hey, what are you gonna do? All right. All right, let's get rid of the comment. That's distracting me right now. Okay. If you want to talk to me one-on-one for free, you want to talk to me for free, here's my streamer link if you want to talk to me. And I want to get some time to talk to some people, more of like a video chat type thing. I don't put everyone on, but I try to talk to as many people as I can. Here's my streamer link if you want to talk to me, and we'll talk. So, Dre, what's going on, man? Hold on. There you go. Talk. Try to talk. Cannot hear you. Let's see here. Speaker. Hold on. All right. Talk on here. Can y'all hear him, or is it just me? Let me know, chat. I can't really hear him. Try to. There we go.
Oh yeah, you can hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, how's it going, Zach? Everything good?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I understand why you have to keep Snapchat though, so don't worry. But yeah, I pulled all my lists I needed to in Dayton for the past 2 months. And I've actually I don't know what it is. I haven't been getting any even my contact rate is much lower in Dayton. I didn't get any contracts in the past 2 months or so. And I'm just oh my God, this is the first time. Never got any. And I'm really looking into the reason why. And I think it's my follow-ups because I'm calling people back or something, and then I'm texting them, and then they're not picking up. So I'm wondering why. And I guess it's because I know which specific areas my buyers are looking for. So now I'm cutting off other areas. So I think I've talked about with you about this before. I think I need to move away from Dayton because it's just I have to cut off a lot of places. And even if the places I do have, I'm not getting the same amount of leads in them. So I've also been trying to text. I've been texting in Brevard County and all that stuff. And I just want your opinion on some stuff. How often do you think I should be pulling lists? Especially in because I realize in Brevard County it's a lot more competitive. Do you think I should be texting as soon as the day of, or should I wait a month I have?
What kind of list are we talking?
So I'm pulling pre-foreclosures. I'm pulling liens. There's not a lot of liens in Brevard. So yeah, I'm texting the liens. I'm texting the pre-foreclosures. I'm pulling the arrest records, but it is hard to pull the arrest records. It's majority of them don't own anything. But yeah, I'm still doing that.
Majority don't. The point is find the ones that do, though. That's money.
Yeah. No, the ones that do always they respond pretty, and they always pick up their phone for some reason. So I'm getting good contact rates with those. Yeah. What else? Probates are, I don't know what it is, but probates for Brevard County for me have been completely saturated. They're just oh no, tons of people are calling them. It seems so.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, I literally go out here and send probate letters. It's hard. Dude, it's tough, man. But you gotta remember, there's a lot of money there. That's why. So you can leave it. I mean, it's up to you. It's all about stats. Dayton's still going to be good. Are you doing just Dayton, or are you doing all Montgomery County over there?
I'm doing Montgomery County and Greene County. So Greene County, actually, I'm talking to someone right now. But I realize it's just because these past 2 months I haven't been getting anything. I'm just wow, this is the first time. I don't know. I'm doing everything the same. I'm texting. I mean, I'm cutting out areas I know my buyers are not going to really want. So maybe that's why a little bit. But for the most part, I'm doing everything the same.
Okay. I mean, one suggestion I have for you is why don't you just go out here and try to call every single lead you have in your CRM right now? Like spend tomorrow, just call every lead you got in there. If you say you're struggling on the follow-up, just call every single one. Why not?
Okay, so just recall everyone?
Yeah, try it.
Okay. And last question really quickly. I've actually also been, because I'm just trying to like test everything out. I need to figure out like exact spots. So I've also been pulling the probates in Henry County, Georgia. Is that even a good market in general? Because now I'm looking at the map when I see Henry County, and I see like a lot of homes are kind of spread out and everything. So I look at like the for rents to see if like people are actually like renting stuff out there. I'm just like, kind of, but I just kind of want your opinion on that, because I remember you told me to like Atlanta has like a lot of different counties around it. So
I mean, are there a lot of buyers over there? I mean, this doesn't seem like the hottest area.
I'm not too sure. I know that there's a lot of the population's pretty high, but that's basically, I'm just like, okay, it's around Atlanta. Population's pretty high, so I just assume.
I mean, I like Marietta a lot better, just being honest with you. I like Marietta, Columbus. Like I do that area a little better. Or anything like east, like Lawrenceville, all the way to Athens. That's a good area too. Heck, even Roswell's good. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's like 6 markets in all.
Mm-hmm.
Not terrible, man, but like I mean, you're almost there and making at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be careful. Also, call it Brevard, not Brevard. You're not going to sound like a local, my man.
Yeah. No, what's so funny? A buyer, when I was doing the arrest record, somebody said, so somebody corrected me on that too. And I was like, oh yeah, my bad. I'm a little bit out the way. My partner's the one who's local here, so yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah.
So do you call everyone what was it, Crody? Is that what people call each other there?
In Toronto, yeah, we do. Like we say bro, Crody, all that stuff.
Is that how you're getting it, man?
Yeah. We're just like, yo, I'm so sorry, Crow. I'm not even gonna lie to you right now, but yeah, I'm not even from here. It's my buddy. He's the one who's buying the houses, so he still got you. Gotta say it like that.
Oh my gosh, man!
It's not a fake accent. Everybody thinks it's fake. It's not fake. But yeah, Brevard's been pretty good though. So thanks for the recommendation. Brevard. Yeah, Brevard's been pretty good. So thanks. It's my Canadian accent, man. So Brevard's been pretty good. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm gonna keep on attacking. I didn't do the evictions yet, so I'm gonna text those. So I'll see where it goes.
All right, let's call all those leads and we'll be good. All right.
All right. Thanks.
And can you do me a favor? Can you live stream your reaction to the Super Bowl halftime show? I would love.
I'm not watching that, man.
I would love your reaction.
No. Kendrick, no.
Maybe you and Drake can go watch it together as buddies.
Man, Kendrick's not that good, man. You guys are crazy, but yeah, crazy.
It's gonna be a rough day for you. But yeah, I appreciate it. I'm just messing with him, but dude, that halftime show is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I know you're saying that mainly because you're trying to get on good standing with him because you're going to LA. Going to LA on the next Flip with Rick, huh? He's not good. I know you guys are lying about that. He's not that good. But anyways, thanks for the recommendation though. I don't want to keep everyone here with my Drake antics.
Dude, LA's scaring me, man. I thought PNB Rock, he got attacked there. You had Nipsey Hussle. I'm like, LA's a little scary to me, Like
LA is very scary, man.
See all these rappers, like they're getting ended there. It's a little that Memphis too. It's like whoa, but hopefully
it's been like that since the 90s though, for a long time. So 80s probably.
Lord. But all right, we'll talk later. Keep calling us leads, all right?
All right, thanks. See ya.
All right, yeah, pray for me. I'm going to LA, so I wanted to do for the events, I like to go to areas where like I do deals. And so I've done a decent amount of deals in the Inland Empire, that Riverside, San Bernardino. So that's where I'm going to go. And I just want to go about areas I've done deals. So maybe check out Palm Springs. Who knows? All right. Next we got Dion. What's going on? Hello. All right. Bye, Dion. All right, next here we got. All right, Remy's camera's on. Remy, what's going on?
Yo, can you hear me, man?
How are you?
Let me see. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm blessed. What's going on? How can I help you out?
So I got a potential lead, a potential deal. I talked to this lady earlier today. It's two mobile homes, two double wides on 2.5 acres. I got the lead from her mom. I accidentally cold called her mom, trying to call her, and she told me her daughter was interested in selling. So I talked to her, and the only thing she told me, she had a cash buyer last time she sold her house. She didn't really like it because she got a lowball offer, but she took it, and she said that she could have got more money out of it. She wants 250, but she said one of the double wides need work. I went by today just to look at the house. I took like some pictures from the outside. One of the double wides don't need no work at all, but the other one does. Like, I seen it needs some work. I'm just trying to figure out where to go from here because she doesn't want a low ball. She says she wants 250.
Okay. Well, let's. What area is this?
I'm in Polk County. You need another
Okay,
city?
like
I'll tell you the city.
like
Yeah,
no, don't tell me. But
Bartow.
like, okay, that area is fine. Is the land owned underneath it?
Yeah, she said she's on 2.5 acres. That's why she wants to sell for more. That's why she wants
Okay.
250.
If the land's owned underneath it, 250 for a double wide seems a little high for Bartow. Do you have any comps? Can you find for that? Hello.
I haven't looked at comps yet, but when I went over there was a couple houses for sale, so I'll look at some comps tonight.
You should. I mean that's literally why. Like when everyone gives me like I got like a comps.
Yeah,
Like we gotta look at comparable properties, right? So I just want to see what other double
right,
wides.
right.
Here's the thing between you and me, Remy. Like 2 acres. You said 2 acres, right?
Yeah,
Right,
2.5 acres.
dude. That like nobody cares. Like
Yeah,
a
two and
quarter
a half.
acre at most, maybe half an
Right,
acre. Once you're at two acres, like I'm not gonna overpay for it. I hate to tell you, man. Like heck, you can keep the other acres. Like I care about like the
right,
quarter acre it's on. That's really it. Like the other stuff's kind of stupid, man. I think you know that too. It's like, oh, it's extra land. What, you got to farm? You have some cows over there.
right,
Like, what's the point? Unless I'm a weird horse
right,
lady, like,
right.
what's the point? So, we always had that weird person in high school that was like really into horses. That's who I'd sell it to. But really, what's the point,
Yeah, the
man?
horse
What's
girls.
the point? So weird, man. All right. So
Yeah, I
basically,
get what you
what I
mean.
mean by this is just like, what are we gonna do here? Like, you can give them extra money for it, but like, it's that buyer's not going to overpay because it's on 2 acres. That might give you an extra 5 or 10 grand. That's pretty much it. So
Right.
250. Let's see what the comps
Yeah.
are for like the
It does
regular
come
double wide
with
trailer.
both double wides though, so I wasn't sure.
Wait, there's two double wides.
Yeah, it's two
Okay,
double wides on the property that she's selling
okay.
with it. Yeah.
Now we're cooking. Um, same deed.
Yeah, she told me both are 3 beds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're
So it's pretty decent.
now we're cooking, man. Okay, there we go. Okay, I like this. I like this. Okay, that's double the rental income. So you're probably gonna have to sell this to a landlord, which is
Right.
completely okay. There's okay. I didn't know there's
Okay.
two. Okay, so two is it street parking, right? 250 might be a deal on two, man.
They have it's
Keep talking.
because it's right there. Like it's on the road. Like it's a little it's not a private road, but it's not a lot of traffic coming through. So it's a nice, and it's a nice
I smell
neighborhood too. Like when I
I
went around,
smell
it's a lot of nice
opportunity here.
houses.
Do you know what zoned as?
Um, I can double check for you right here because I had
What
it
I'm saying
pulled
here
up.
is maybe I want to buy this thing and slap some double wides on this thing. If I could buy
Okay,
probably
sure.
whatever. I'll put as many legal double wide trailers in that thing and be my little mobile home park. I'll call it Ginn's Mobile Homes, or whatever funny name.
Right.
Double wide heaven. I don't know. I'll have a cool little name. I'll put a little sign on there.
There you
Cage
go.
it in. Cage them in like a little zoo, and have my
I
little
like
mobile
that.
home park there. I think that's
Right.
that'd be cool. Send me the if you want to send support at Flip with Rick, I'll send this thing to Rick and one of my acquisitions people, and maybe I'll just buy this thing myself and work with you. Maybe I'll give you a
10-4.
mobile home. Maybe we'll give you one of them, and then you can get the rest on these. But I just want to look at it because I'm always looking to
cool.
buy
I'll
more.
move in with him. Fine with me.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not even joking.
Okay.
Like mobile home parks, like what I usually
Sure.
leave one.
So then, you said support Flip with Rick.
Support at flipwithrick.com. I could drop like 300 grand on the double wides. See if I get the zoning correct, which I hopefully can. I gotta look at it and see. But dude, I love being a little mobile home king in Florida. I love that stuff.
All right. Yeah.
There we go.
Florida mobile home is dang near top 2.
Dude, it's good stuff, man. I had to repair a couple from the hurricane, but their cash flow is disgusting, man. Like it's crazy. So it beats any investment you guys get, any stuff you guys have. I love that stuff. So support at flipwithrick.com. And if you can do me a favor and just comment like crazy on Rick's live stream tomorrow to make sure he looks at it too. I'll make it my priority for tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Good job, Remy. I like that. Awesome. All right. Appreciate it, man. We'll stay in touch. All right.
All right. 10-4, brother. Thank
All right. Thanks.
you, man.
There we go. It's one of the benefits of being on YouTube. You get people that send you opportunities, and I'll of course pay that guy handsomely. We'll give him a free home. Why not? But yeah, mobile home parks, man. I love that stuff. Darren, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's up, Zach?
I'm doing good.
So it's kind of crazy because I just went and looked at a mobile home today and a mobile home park. The lady wants 25,000 for it. It's already move-in ready, and that's it. It's a single wide.
Whole park, or is this one unit in the park?
No, it's just one mobile home itself.
Is the land owned underneath it?
No, it's in a park where they got ground rent.
Well, you can't wholesale that. I mean, you could, but it's not worth it.
She was saying, well, the one next door just sold for like $100K. The one right next door to it. Like when I pulled up, I asked her about it. I said, hey, what's up with this one? Because it had the for sale sign out there. And she was like, yeah, it just sold. And I pulled it up on my phone and I was like, oh, damn, this just sold for $100K. And hers is a little bit smaller, but she was like, I only want $25K for this one. I went inside, checked it out. It was clean. I mean, it had 2 bedrooms. 2 people were living in there. They just moved out and bought a house. And she was like, I want this gone. And I'm like, are you allowed to like sublease? Are you allowed to rent it out? She said, yeah, you just have to be park approved. And whoever you rent it out to has to be park approved as well. So, I mean, 25 grand for a mobile home. I mean, you might be able to get, I don't know what the rent is over there, but at least 1,000 plus.
How did you know it sold? Was it like on Zillow or something?
So when I drove by, there was actually a couple. I was waiting for her to pull up, so I was just driving around the park, and I seen a couple for sale signs. So I started just calling, seeing maybe I can get something else. And the one guy was like, I seen it for sale sign. I was like, oh, buddy, we just sold it. I was like, how much did it sell for? He said $100K, and I pulled it up on Zillow, and it sold for $100K. So I'm like, oh wow.
Look up that property because maybe if the deed transferred over, then there's deeds. Most mobile homes are even manufactured legally vehicles. So that'd be fascinating if it has a deed on it. That'd be great. Then yeah, sure, wholesale it all day. Most of them don't have. Most of them have to be done with like deeds with the DMV. So especially in the state of Florida. So if you get a deal on that thing, that's money.
So do you think I should just, like, if she says, hey, you want to take it over, should I just find maybe a buyer for it and just say, hey, cut me a fee for finding this for you, or
take it over? You're gonna sell this thing on owner financing.
And that's kind of what she said. She said, hey, you might be able to do just owner financing on this one. This would be a perfect deal.
Bro, the seller's just giving you a layup, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I'm trying to think, like, I've never really, I don't know who I would even send it to for a mobile home, though. I don't know
Darren.
who would be interested in that.
Darren. Come on. We're gonna you can post that on Facebook. You can find a guy who wants to live or a gal that wants to live there. Like, you sell to them on owner financing. Hey, you pay $400 a month for the lot rent, and you pay $200 for the unit, or whatever that comes out to.
Okay.
Like, you'll pay the lady $100, and then the guy pays you $300, and you pocket $200 a month for the next like 10, 15 years.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, I might just jump on that.
Your biggest issue is going to be what we call underwriting, which is just basically figuring out, hey, this guy, like, has he been arrested for, abusive thing? I can't say on YouTube, right?
Okay.
The algorithms, I mean, like, you know what I mean?
So they got a pass in order to get into the park. She was kind of explaining to me, it's like, hey, everybody has to go through a background check. It's more of like an older community park for the mobile homes. So
your best bet is to find like an older guy on fixed income, or a gal.
Yeah.
Maybe like a widow, fixed income, on a pension, making $1,000 a month, and they pay you $300 a month or whatever like that. Dude, this is owner finance that sucker, man. And if you hop on, you're in Footwear Plus, right?
Yeah, I'm in it.
Why don't you go on the next Zoom? Me and Rick can just write you up a little owner financing agreement, and just you can write it like that for a mobile home. You'd be all set for it.
Can I? What
you DM Rick?
No, I just went there today. I left like probably a couple hours ago. Well, earlier today.
Yeah, hop on Rick's tomorrow. I'll make sure for him to talk to you, and then send a message to Rick on school. We have a couple just on our drive. We'll just send you one, but we got to modify it for you for a mobile home that the land not owned underneath it, and you'll be good. You just have to sign. There's no like maybe get a notary for it, but like there's not like a title or anything crazy that has to be done there. You usually have to go through the DMV, but yeah, I think you're good, man. I see.
Okay.
If that's sold for 100, if those numbers are right, you're good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop on a Zoom tomorrow and see what we can do.
I like it. You got any other questions, or just is about this deal?
I mean, I went and looked at another house. I went and looked at two today. I went and looked at another one here in Maryland, but I mean, the seller just wanted too much. He wanted like, it's crazy because he wanted 230, but I was at like my buyer was like, hey, I could do 220 for it. So I told him, I said, hey, the max we could probably do is 220. He was like, oh, let me sit and talk to my daughter about it and give you a call back tomorrow. But I mean, he didn't sound too confident, so I'm like, I'm not too sure how to go about it either with that one, but kind of just wait for his phone call.
All right. Keep following up.
Yeah, pretty much to see what he says, and hopefully we can maybe get something out of that one.
All right. Appreciate it, Darren.
Yep, no problem, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Cool. All right. And then Beth, how are you? Hello.
Hey, Zach. I'm okay, actually. I've finally got my first probate under contract.
There we go.
So it's been a struggle, but I'm feeling a lot more confident now. I was having major issues with getting all the no's or rejection sensitivity dysphoria that I go through. But yeah, a lot of people when you left us the other day on the Zoom call, that after hours Zoom call, everybody was really cool, and they really helped me through that. And bam, next day I got a contract. So I'm really happy.
Awesome.
So we close on Thursday.
You're probably going to get addicted to rejection. You're like, keep rejecting me, and I'm going to keep getting deals.
That would be the best thing that could ever happen to me, man. So yeah, I'm happy.
Past experiences, and so I think it's just great.
So now I'm gonna, because that was for Oklahoma City, so now I'm gonna start also incorporating Tulsa as well, Tulsa County. And I was gonna do like different types of lists, but I'm like, you know what? I've got plenty with probates right now, so I just really want to crush it with probates and have have a system set up for that. And then later on, I'll look at other lists. As long as this is giving me results, then I'm quite happy with it. So
hey, there we go. It opened your mind. Is this Beth in Spain?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, see what happens when you be a Discord guru police. Now good stuff happens to you. That's what happens.
Yeah. Like actually making a lot of connections with people on the Discord as well. So I'm enjoying that.
Like, oh wow, that person's a moderator. And you start learning more. But like, that's great. I mean, heck, what time is it for you? It's like
It
4?
is 5:25 a.m.
Oh, good morning.
Good
Buenos
morning.
dias. But hey, there we go.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you as well. Any chance I can jump into that beta?
Yeah, can you comment? And then hop on the Zoom, and I got to tell you about the beta because you weren't there. I gotta just give you a little crash course on it.
Okay. On the Zoom where, like tomorrow, you mean?
Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow's Monday. Yeah,
All right, or I
okay.
can message you about the beta. Okay, we got hush hush though. You can't be telling
No.
anyone.
I know. This is the NDA. Yep. I got it.
All right. So,
All right.
all right, Beth, we'll talk.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. We're giving the beta out to version 2, just testing out from the X Leads people, see how well they're liking it. But overall, guys, if you got any value from this video, got any value from anything I'm doing, make sure you go to ferocity.com, smash the like button, subscribe, go to ZachDiscord.com. I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.